So the girl accidentally spilled her bubble tea on her bed, so she crashed in the young master's room to sleep it off. Turns out when the housekeeper went to clean up and found her missing, she assumed the girl ran away again and panicked, calling the young master right away. After Hee Chenyan took the call, he crushed his phone in his bare hand. His assistant standing behind him didn't even dare breathe too loud. He rushed home immediately, coldly scanning his row of bodyguards. Still haven't found her? The housekeeper carefully eyed Hee Chenyan. We've checked everywhere we could think of, sir. There's no sign of her. Everyone in the household thought the girl was punching way above her weight marrying into the powerful Hee family, but she kept crossing Mr. Hee's limits over and over, all for Hee Jingren. Hee Chenyan took a sharp breath. Where's the security footage? Rage boiled inside him. She'd risk her life for Hee Jingren without a second thought, so what did all his years of restraint even mean? A subordinate reported quietly. The cameras were tampered with last night, sir. We haven't gotten around to fixing them yet. Hee Chenyan's eyes darkened. What are you standing around for? Get everyone out there looking for her. If anything happens to her, you'll all answer to me. While the mansion was getting flipped upside down, the girl finally woke up to the system blaring in her head. Warning, warning, target's corruption level at 99.99%, about to hit critical mass. Hearing that number, the girl froze. Seriously? She just took a nap. How did that jerk Hee Chenyan go dark that fast? She didn't even bother with shoes, stumbling downstairs. The whole living room went silent, dozens of eyes locking onto her at once. Hee Chenyan followed everyone's gaze and found her standing barefoot, eyes rimmed red like she'd been through hell. And honestly, she had. She'd almost slept herself to death. She stomped over to Hee Chenyan, throwing punches while yelling, "What is wrong with you? Why are you throwing a tantrum? Do you know I almost died?" The more she thought about it, the more scared she got. She wrapped her arms around his waist, tears streaming down her face. In her past life, she'd been such a fool, played like a puppet by the Fu family. She handed over the shares her mother left her with her dying breath. She traded her own marriage to boost the company, all because she thought the man she loved was Liang Pei. She schemed for his benefit, only for him to end up with Fu Mingshui instead. Watching her cry in his arms, Hee Chenyan didn't know what to do. Before he could even get angry, she beat him to it. He sighed and pulled her in gently. "What are you crying for?" When she stayed quiet, Hee Chenyan tipped her chin up and kissed her softly. Who knows how long passed before he suddenly pulled back. "What was that crying about?" he asked. He knew exactly how much she usually avoided him. She wouldn't even let him touch her, let alone kiss her. Hee Chenyan narrowed his eyes, like he was trying to see straight through her. He figured her sudden sweetness was just her being scared he'd crush the company and hurt Hee Jingren, so she was buttering him up. After a few seconds of silence, she finally spoke, giving him the saddest puppy eyes. "It hurts, babe." The moment she called him babe, Hee Chenyan's pupils shrank, confusion flashing across his face. Before he could even respond, he'd already talked himself into feeling better. "Congrats, host, you've earned 2 affection points." At the same time, a star-shaped bottle popped into her mind. A blindingly shiny gold bean appeared out of nowhere. She raised an eyebrow. "What's an affection point?" "It's basically how much anyone likes you. No restrictions on who or how, as long as someone genuinely likes you. Like 1 point can be traded for 1 extra day of life." She caught on instantly. If affection points could buy her more time, that meant, as long as I rack up enough points I can dodge my death? "Don't try to game the system, host." She paused, then connected the dots on what the system meant. The catch was, she could only trade points for life if Hee Chenyan never fully went dark. Bottom line, she needed to keep him happy to survive. She scoffed, muttering, "That stingy jerk, what's the big deal giving me a few extra points?" Hee Chenyan's deep voice cut through her thoughts. "Where were you hiding just now?" She put on the most innocent face possible. "I wasn't hiding anywhere, don't blame me for nothing. My room was a mess, so I crashed in yours." She suddenly looked up. "Wait, was this jerk freaking out this bad because he thought I ran off again?" As soon as she looked up, she got an even bigger shock. The corruption meter over his head had just dropped to 95% the second she spoke. Why did it just drop like that? Did she do something? Before she could even ask the system what happened, he cut in. "You slept in my room?" She scoffed. "I made your room a mess, so I slept in your bed instead." Hee Chenyan eyed her suspiciously for a few seconds, then asked out of nowhere, "Sleep well?" She smiled sweetly. "Your bed's more comfortable, babe." Hee Chenyan's brows furrowed, his face turning unreadable. "What game are you playing now?" She blinked, wondering if she'd been too obvious and set off his suspicion again. "I'm not playing anything." She looked him dead in the eye. "I just suddenly realized I want to actually make this work with you." He said nothing, just studied her carefully for a long moment. Then he suddenly cupped her face, his tone turning cold. "If you want to play games, fine. I'll play along. But remember my limit. If I catch you betraying me, I'm dragging you down with me." His voice stayed flat, but it gave her chills. In her past life, she'd been so stupid, banging her head against a wall trying to fight him, until she finally exhausted his patience, and he agreed to the divorce. If they'd never split up, the Fu family never would have dared pull any dirty tricks. Thinking about how badly things ended last time, her eyes welled up and tears spilled over. Hee Chenyan rubbed his temples, watching her, his tone softening without meaning to. "If you're scared, I'll punish you, just behave. As long as you're good." When he trailed off, she sniffled and tilted her head at him. "If I behave, what do I get? You'll find out when you do." He picked her up and carried her upstairs, pausing on the 2nd floor before heading straight to the 3rd. It was the first time since their marriage they'd actually shared a bed. She thought she'd feel weird about it, but she slept better than she had in ages. At 10:30, she woke up and found 5 more blinding gold beans in her mind. She jolted upright, frantically calling the system. What's going on? Why'd my points jump? They racked up while you were asleep. Did I do something while I was out? The system sighed. You just slept in his arms all night under the blanket. That's it, and you still got points that fast. She felt like she'd cracked the code to farming affection points. After freshening up, she sat at her vanity, pinched her own glowing skin, and did her makeup. She walked into the closet, packed with everything Hee Chenyan had gotten her, the newest seasonal shoes, bags, clothes, and jewelry, all of it top shelf. She used to think this stuff was tacky, that wearing it meant selling out. She'd never even stepped foot in this closet before their divorce. Wearing his gifts to lunch today, he'd probably love that. The thought made her smile a little, curious how he'd react. She told the butler she wasn't eating at home and had the kitchen pack her lunch. The housekeeper looked surprised, double-checking. You're heading to the office to see him? She'd always dodged him before. Why the sudden change? The girl grinned. Not just today, tomorrow, the day after, every single day until the break's over. I'm showing up at that office. The housekeeper's expression cracked a little. The sudden sweetness felt off, like she was getting played somehow. The girl ignored her and texted, Hee Chenyan. Babe, I'll be at the office in 30 minutes. Send your assistant down to meet me. A moment later, her phone rang, an unknown number. She picked up, and his steady voice came through. You're coming to the office? Is that a problem? She said softly. Eating alone's no fun. I want to have lunch with you. Silence on the other end. A few seconds later, he said flatly, do whatever you want. She blinked, then quickly recovered, voice laced with a smile. See you soon, babe. After hanging up, Hee Chenyan stared at his screen, lost in thought. Her sleepy, sweet expression kept flashing through his mind, and he swallowed hard, eyes flickering. His phone buzzed, a text from her.